And welcome back to another segment here on What a Great Idea. Now, here is a question that's easy to answer. How many of you out there would like to be more successful? How many of you out there would like to close that sale faster than ever before? Or have a better relationship than ever before? How many of you would like to eliminate fear and tension and procrastination from your lives? Well, now there is an easy way to do that. Yes, it's called Leadership Physiology. And I know you probably have never heard of it before, but it can change your life. And with us today is the leading authority on this leadership physiology. Cheryl Pomer is joining us. Cheryl, so good to have you on the program.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's a pleasure to be here.
And I have to say, I am intrigued because I have never heard of that term, leadership physiology. So let's first of all define what that is.
Yes, definitely. Well, I discovered that your most powerful business tool is within you, and how to transform your personal performance in business, become healthier using new advanced neuroanatomical movement performance science to reach higher levels of success and lead a more healthy, vibrant life.
Oh, okay. I think we're all for that, right?
Yes, we are.
And you know, if you look up the word physiology in the dictionary, it basically is referring to how we all function.
It does.
What you're talking about is good for all of us.
Absolutely. And the fact that physiology looks at us as a whole and multiple systems.
Right.
And when I was looking at leadership and looking at sales training, I saw that we were often addressing the qualities and skills very abstractly from an intellectual level as well as emotional. And I discovered that there is a physiological or physical component. And what I mean by that is within all the qualities, we want to project influence. We want to increase power. We want to be more energized. We want to produce work at a better rate of speed. And all of these have an underpinning, and fear in particular, there is a physiological response.
So are we talking about self-confidence?
We're talking more than self-confidence. A lot of how we express ourselves when we are introduced to someone, our brain is going to make an instantaneous decision within 10 seconds. Do I trust this person? Do they have the right rapport?
Right.
And we often try to use our body language correctly to project those types of qualities. But with the influence today of stress, with the electronic and technology revolution, we're often able not to be able to project those qualities. So what I have done is created this system that is going to increase your energy, it's going to increase your vitality, attraction, so you can supercharge your relationships in business, which is what they're saying they're all about, improve your speed and your energy and performance.
And you're just you have so much credibility in this because you are an authority on the 4 major areas of health and fitness, and you bring that to the table. How did you come about all of this? How did you first think of this and discover this?
Well, it almost discovered me. I had a journey in all 4 segments of the health and fitness industry, so I knew what was happening in the hospital, in the operating room, in the intensive care unit. Then I went on into community health, and then I went on into the fitness arena. Then I went on to the movement arena. And it was actually my own personal journey. I was competing, snowboarding, and very active, and I was breaking down and thought, this isn't good, and I'm in the industry. And realized as well, I was, as a corporate wellness coordinator, that there was so much frustration, and the employees weren't really able or equipped to deal with what we're experiencing right now. They all want to perform at higher levels of performance, but the effects of monumental stress and disruption that's become the normal part of technological life in the 21st century. So I started examining the relationship between leadership, sales training, personal performance, and realized that my journey working with experts in neurological treatment systems, with the new anatomy, diverse study of movement science, that we are actually able to take creativity, increase influence, project better powerful presence, reduce stress instantaneously.
Those are all the things that we want.
And this
Those
is what
all the things that we want to do. I mean, this is fascinating, folks. It really is. Maybe you haven't heard about it before, but if you go to the website and you see the website address on the screen right now. Find out more information. You want to change the life, you want to get that balance that we're talking about, that Cheryl's referring to, this is the way to do it. But you're never going to know about it until you take the time to go to that website. So if you can't go to it at this instant, which we really don't want you to because I want you to hear more from Cheryl, but as soon as the segment's over, jot that address down and go to the website. Balance is what we're talking about. You said snowboarding a moment ago. I got to ask you, because you're known also as the share machine.
The share machine,
What's that all about?
Well, when snowboarding first came on the scene, I was a little bit older at the time, so I was one of the few females that jumped on the board. And one of the premier boarders of our ski club nicknamed me the share machine, and I went on to compete board across, which I won a bronze medal, provincially ranked. Yeah, I did a little bit of slope style and within the club on competition.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I understand high performance.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Let's get back to leadership physiology.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what you're telling me is, like, when I would meet you for the first time, there's a bunch of things going on in my head. I'm making decisions without really knowing I'm making decisions, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you give us an example of how I can turn that into something positive and what I should know about?
Well, absolutely. When we go into work right now, our business lives, one thing that we can all agree on is that business and life is becoming far more complex and uncertain, less secure. And when we move in as the effects of working with technologies, we have to remember we're going into our work environment as highly intellectual human beings and not machines. We have an interface and relationship with them more and more today, but we're also moving beings. And of course, we're occupying a lot of our day in seated positions. So traditionally, when we think about, well, I need peak performance physically, I need to go to the gym. And in fact, it's not that, because this is the most advanced neuro and anatomical
Okay, well, show me what you mean.
Science.
You're sitting there right now.
I am
in a sitting
sitting out.
position. Show me how this can work.
Okay, first and foremost, we have to understand when we're sitting, we're working with our mind, so our heads are going to come forward. Our machine is usually placed forward, which is going to bring us forward in this particular posture.
Right.
Now, when we go into the fitness club, the first thing they're going to say, because I know I train there, is, oh, we've got to pull the shoulder blades together. Unfortunately, that keeps the head forward. So understanding how to realign yourself. So what we have to take care of is the circuitry of our neural systems.
Makes sense.
Nervous systems, correct. So that's just an example. The other thing is it keeps us very closed.
Right.
If we want to project a very powerful presence, we need to open up. And life is bringing us this way. So again, even though we want to project that very powerful presence, creativity is a high demand quality right now in the business world. And neurology has shown us now that certain arm movements will stimulate the brain to increase creativity. Unfortunately, we're then locked up with life. When it gets difficult, the shoulders shrug up, we get tension in the jaw. So as we try to open up, we're restricted to do that. If I meet you and I want you to trust me and build a sense of rapport, a little head nod, a relaxed posture is all going to project that. But if I'm coming from here, it's no longer that soft head nod. It's going to be a little bit of a pullback kind of gesturing movement.
Absolutely fascinating. Absolutely. And so go to the website by all means. You want to take advantage of this. And Cheryl is at the website. She's waiting for you, and you can tap into her knowledge, tap into her expertise. And she's going to have an evaluation for you. She's going to give you all the information that you need, but you're never going to have it unless you go to that website. So once again, notice that web address on the screen and go to it. Final thoughts. We're running out of time. Final thoughts, Cheryl.
Okay, what they're going to find is that we're not only going to identify, but help them overcome those success gaps so they can create that charisma to develop better relationships. We're going to eliminate fear, tension, stress. We're also going to enhance that innate power. And we're also going to give them very simple, effective tools and principles and actionable tactics to make it happen right away, instantaneously.
And it's all at the website, so take advantage of it right now. Cheryl, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Bob.
And thanks for doing this, because you're helping us all.
Yes, and that's the goal. That's what we're here for. I'm very happy to do that.
So go to the website right now and take advantage. Cheryl, thanks so much.
Thank you.